Hello everybody, happy Thursday. So today's title is When It Rains, It Pours. And let me just go on and start with what happened 2 days ago. So 2 days ago when I told you guys we were ending out the video and I said I'm just gonna stop it here now because we're dealing with some stuff, our air conditioning had went out. So Charles was trying to figure that out and see if he could figure out what was going on with it and try and get that handled. Then this morning, here's what happened. When it rains, it pours. This is what is happening now. You can see the wall singing down, the ceiling, and the water just running. And the ceiling is now on the toilet. Okay, on top of that, last night, Charles was out at the store and is like, I came back and it was, I don't know, 11 o'clock at night, I guess. And he was out at the store because he had picked up Katie and Ash from work. Because right now, one of our car needs an oil fix, just got an oil leak. So we're down to only 2 cars. The kid's car is not in working condition, but it will be. He's working on that, on the list too. So he was picking him up from work. Well, they had to run into Target for something the girls wanted to run and grab. So he called me and he said, well, come back out. My car is dead, so you need to come jump the jump the car. So I went over and I drove over and jumped his truck, and then we got back home. And it's like, you know, it's just one thing after another, and not whining in any way or complaining. But we are just a normal middle-class family, as many people are. And, you know, just it's time to just really start doing whatever we can to try and save money. We have got to get everything cut that we possibly can. And that's just us. And that's just so we can get through these times right now and so we can afford to get what we need to get. So some changes that we're making, I thought I would just share with you guys. And again, I'm going to tell you, we are trying to get videos out as often as we can. I cannot promise you a daily video, but we are going to try and get them out as much as we can because I feel like we're all in this together. And it's definitely, you know, we need to share with each other whatever we're doing and trying to do, because I got a feeling most people need to save money right now or cut back wherever they can. So some of the things we're doing is like the air conditioning going out. Charles, pretty sure it's the motor, so he ordered a motor. A motor alone is $800 for our air conditioning unit, so that's coming. It's got a 30-day money-back guarantee, you know, so he's gonna hook it up, see if that's a problem, send it back if it's not. If it is, then boom, he just saved us a visit from the people coming out. And if it is that it needs to have a new air conditioning, we're not sure what we're gonna do there, because that's not really in our things that we're gonna afford right now. So we might just have to do some window air conditionings units. We don't know. We're trying to figure all that out. Hopefully hopefully this is gonna work. I'm getting a headache. We had a big weather change come in, so we're all just kind of headaches and all that fun stuff. So little things like that he's trying to do to cut the cost wherever we can cut the cost. We are also consolidating trips as much as possible, and are going to be going way less to the grocery. Probably try and keep that more like monthly, because for us it is a 20-minute drive to the grocery store, and then you've got a 20-minute drive back, and that just adds up pretty quick. So Charles does though go into his office to work twice a week. So he passes Walmart and Aldi and all kind of stores on his way home. So if there's something that we need that can't wait till I go to the store, then he's gonna pick that up on his way home. Also, the girls, we need to get the car fixed so that then it's not us drive, drop them off to work and drive back, and then drive and pick them up and drive back. That way they can get the car fixed, get them out there, driving themselves to work, and trying to get them on the same shifts, because Katie and Ash work together, trying to get them on the same shift so that, you know, that's not a whole lot of extra gas. Luckily, their job is working with them on that. The other thing is we were notified, or they've released, I guess, that rates are going to go up with the electric company. So we are cutting whatever we can electric wise, cutting back on that, hanging clothes on the line, turning lights out, opening windows when possible instead of running air conditioning or heating. These are things we've been trying to do. Cutting out unnecessary things. We have cut out, we no longer get paper towels. Instead, I just use wash rags that can be reused. Just anything and everything that we can not buy, we are trying not to buy. We are looking into bidets as well, and just whatever we can to try and not have to purchase so many things. I'm trying to think of what else we were wanting to share that we're trying to do now. Oh, things like chicken feed. We are buying that. We save 3% if we buy it with cash, so we buy that only with cash at the local feed store here. And somebody posted on one of these next door apps that they have these huge barrel drums, these big blue barrel drums, and they're selling them for $20 a piece. Forget how many gallons they are, but we are gonna go get 4 of those and put them in the barn, and we're gonna try to fill them as much as we can with animal feed for the chickens, and make sure we got plenty of dog and cat stuff, supplies. Right now that is our only animals. In the fall we hope to get more animals when we're no longer renting out our back pasture, so you know, then we'll need to stock up on more animal feed for them as well. The other main thing that we are doing is we are cooking from scratch, because groceries is a huge part of our budget, especially being a big family. So cooking everything we possibly can from scratch and buying more the basics. So no more of the treats, the sparkly water and the treats. I mean, we've done this before and it really does save a ton of money. So one of the things that I want to make sure that we're sharing with you guys a lot is cooking from scratch, because I got a feeling that we're not going to be the only ones that need to be doing a lot of cooking from scratch. I think a lot of people are going to have to start doing that as well in order to make ends meet. So that is what we're doing. We're also not doing a lot of stuff we were wanting to do this summer just because of finances. We're just not. We're going to stay close when we go do fun activities, stay close to home. Luckily we're surrounded by lakes, which is, you know, so fun. You can go boating and all different things. But we will stay close to home and do as much free activities as possible this summer. I think that's pretty much where we are right now. If you guys have ideas, let us know down below of ways that you're cutting back or trying to save money if you're in the same boat that we are. We also, why it took us so long to get back on film is we got COVID a second time. I just can't believe it. But thank goodness they're not in school, because we got so much sickness from school. It's unreal. But we actually ended up, May 14th was Luke's birthday, and we were actually at the hospital with him, and they had to do chest x-rays and stuff. He was just having a really hard time. And everything was fine. Everything came back fine, so we just got to wait it out. He's having really high fevers. He'd already missed 2 weeks of school. And luckily he did get go his very last week of school though, which he absolutely loved. So we have children's hospital bills that we just got yesterday for that. So, you know, it just definitely is a crazy time, and I try to stay positive and happy, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting stressed. I'm definitely feeling the pressure of everything, and you know, through Erin's eyes, she said, you know, she was in tears at the grocery, and I'm right there with you. It was just like, I don't know how everybody's gonna get through. I just know we will. So we will all get through it. And my stress level is definitely not the only one I know that's high up there. But we will all get through it. I just wanted to share that with you real quick. I'm gonna go on though and jump into this video. Charles actually filmed some stuff for you guys on Sunday, and I wanna make sure that I share some kind of recipe with you. So today though, I'm not really doing a lot of cooking because everybody's gone. It's just Brooke, Luke, me, and Charles. Brooke is doing stuff for her entrance for college. She has to do like her testing modules. So she's doing that while the house is really quiet. And Luke is just hanging out. So Charles is working, so it's just me. So I'm gonna share some kind of recipe with you. We'll make something. And it's only like in the 70s right now, so I can actually put the oven on. So maybe we'll make some brownies for dessert tonight. That sounds good. I have a awesome from scratch brownie recipe. I think that's what we're gonna do. We'll do brownies. And it tastes, to me, better than a cake and than a mix, but at least as good as a mix, but I think it's even better. And everybody absolutely loves these brownies. So let's say what Charles got for you guys on Sunday, and then we're gonna make some brownies real quick.
Today's main project is to get the 6 4-foot round raised beds filled so that we can get more of the plants in the greenhouse in the actual dirt. And so last night I finished string trimming all up and down the bank along the fence line. And this morning I took some time and went ahead and I kind of started weeding out a lot of the sticks. Now, the way I've been doing the raised beds is what I've commonly seen, which is to go ahead and put some dead wood down in the bottom to kind of fill up some space. Then you put a layer of leaves over top of that, and then you start filling it with your dirt. Now, part of that, I'm sure, is it will break down. It'll generate a little bit of heat and warmth, which is always good. But it also helps to do a bit of a filler. Now, these beds, they're really probably only about 12 inches, maybe not even quite 12 inches, because it's just 2 runs of the paver stones that I used. So I don't need to do a lot of fill, but I will put some sticks down. I don't have as many leaves right now as what I had when I started, because I did these raised beds, the big 24 footers. So I will get what I can down in that, and then I will start going ahead and digging out some of that topsoil off the bank where I'm kind of creating a man-made swale, and I will put that down. And then to kind of top it off, I do have a mended topsoil that was left over from the pool last year. I don't have a lot of that, but I'm pretty sure I have enough to go ahead and get that filled. So let me show you what it looked like. I'm actually gonna go grab the mower with the cart on the back of it and some hand tools, and I'm gonna drive it around where I am doing the work on that bank, and I'll show you kind of what I've gotten done so far. And yeah, I'll just kind of take you along today as I'm getting some of these tasks done, and we keep the homestead moving forward. All right, so here is a sneak peek, quick look at the bank. You can see I've got all that cut down all the way up through there, and what I did this morning was just make piles of sticks. We had so much stuff that have just fallen off all the mature trees all the way down through there to the road. So I will go through and pick all these up and get these into the bottom of the raised beds.
On the road, headed back to New Orleans, driving in the country past old-timey scenes. Big birds were singing in the tall willow trees, mighty fine. 3 words written on a paper bag: I miss you, was written in a message in black, thrown in a van 2,000 miles back, a better time. And how many souls and times that I've told.
All right, so quick change of plans. Instead of digging dirt out of the back, I had to take one of the kids to work, and it takes me right past the local landscaping supply. And for about 40 bucks a yard, I can get that 50-50 dirt combo. It's mushroom compost mixed with topsoil. So I went ahead and I picked up a yard of that on my way home. I've got it here in the bed of my truck. I'm sure my truck would like the relief of getting this stuff out of here because it was wet, so it is heavy. But she handles it very well. And I'm gonna go ahead and fill these 4 rings with this, and there'll be plenty left over. I wanted to get some more out by the tomato plants that I don't think I quite got deep enough because it still needed to settle a little bit after I put them in. So I will have plenty for that, and I can put more around trees, and if I still have some more left over, then when we build the other 2 raised beds back up in this area, I'll be able to have some just kind of on hand for using as a top coat for those beds after I fill it. And so all that other dirt I've got has a place to go. There's not like anything is not being used or won't be used. So I'm gonna get this camera down and get these 4 filled, because that will make it a little bit faster today for us to be able to transplant some of the stuff that's in the greenhouse and get it out of that probably today, 100 and 101, 102 in there. So I'm gonna get this done.
I'll meet you down the line. A long coat walking on a New York street, a pack of crushed cigarettes that fell to her feet. Well, ain't it odd how some people meet? But that's the truth. And 2 pictures buried in a guitar case, underneath the music sheets all over the place. I caught a glimpse of the sweetest girl's face I ever knew. And how many souls and times that I've told of places that had like to be, and how many days when I could have stayed instead of just getting up to leave. And given we make time.
All right, now we're in the kitchen and we're about to start making the brownies. But before, I wanted to tell you how I mentioned that we quit buying paper towels. These, you just get a big wad of them from, I got mine just from Walmart, and they're very inexpensive. They work wonderful. If you can see what they are. They work wonderful as a replacement for windows, for mirrors, for everything. They don't leave any streaks or anything. Just as good, if not better, than paper towels. Also, real quick, I wanted to address somebody said, new fridge, you got a new fridge. We do, because during that, over the last month, I'd say probably about 3 weeks ago, our fridge went out. Our freezer, we lost everything that was in it. Sorry, our dog wants in. Everything that was in it, we lost everything. So we had to get a new fridge. And we do definitely like this one a lot. We were gonna go with all white, but there were none in stock and we needed a fridge like now. So we went with this one and I like it a lot. So we'll show it to you on another video. Let's make some yummy brownies. Okay, so here it goes, really fast and easy. We're gonna add 1.5 cups of sugar. I'll have this recipe linked for you down below. I'm gonna add vanilla, 1.5 teaspoons, 3 beaten eggs, and 3/4 cup of melted butter. Let me get all that butter in there. And then I'm just gonna go on and stir this together. Then I'm gonna add 1/2 cup of unsweetened cocoa, 3/4 cup of flour, and then salt and baking powder. Stir that together. And then I have my baking dish here. I sprayed it with some Pam, and I'm just gonna put my cake or my brownie mix in it. This is gonna bake at 350 degrees for 15 to 18 minutes. If you use a smaller pan, like an 8x8, then it could go up to like 22 minutes. That's it, this is ready for the oven. All right, here they are out of the oven. I just pulled them out, and I'm gonna let them cool, and then I'll sprinkle them with some powdered sugar and cut them. All right, so here they are after sprinkling some powdered sugar on them. If you guys can see this, they are fudgy. Let's see if that'll, there it goes. They are super fudgy, and they are so good. All right, that's gonna wrap up today's video. I sure hope you guys make these because they are so very good. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye everybody, have a great day.